So chat, how's it going? I got a skillet in the oven, or on the stovetop, and I'm gonna probably check on it every 2 minutes, but I had this weird epiphany about how goofy and fucking hypocritical my cooking is. Because yesterday, I took the time to, like, get all the raw ingredients, take the time to prepare it, and made a pretty good stir-fry. Like, I got some chicken, I got some, vegetables, tossed them in, put in a little bit of sauce, cooked some rice on the side, and it was pretty good. I liked that stir-fry. And then, without realizing it today, I had also bought a one of those like pre-packaged dinners that you throw in a skillet, let it cook, and then go. And then I realized I'm just making another stir fry. Yeah, I'm just throwing shit in the skillet right now. So I'm just sitting there like, it's not gonna be as good, but it's faster. Well, fuck me, I guess. Gotta be careful when you chew with bad teeth. Also, for those of you that stuck around, subbed, and all that good stuff, thank you for supporting the stream. I appreciate it. All support of subs and donations and stuff gets you unique viewing opportunities, like with stuff, say, Yuppie Psycho or the Count Lucanor. It also provides, you know, tech upgrades. Every little bit helps in contributions. It also gets you bad stuff like Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven was kinda... Gloomhaven was really, Oh, Gloomhaven updated by adding a confirm button now on the keyboard. Cool. Thanks, Gloomhaven. If only your game was faster. Stir Friday is not Tuesday. When you live alone and don't have a lot and have to budget, every day is what the fuck ever so long as you're surviving. What's the travesty is that I've had 2 Stir Fry days back to back. If there's any interesting news out there on the grapevine. Trying to see if anybody's bitching about anything online that I can, like, joke about. Nothing really on the grapevine. There is, Travis Strikes Again coming to PC, but I really don't think that would incentivize me to play the game again. I was kinda about that. Should probably check on the skillet real quick.
So guys, how are you liking the social eating stream?
Munch Cloud 2. Taco Tuesday. I usually save tacos for like Wednesday when I go out and play card games. It was an okay filler game for the series. Oh yeah, No More Heroes 2. Yeah, I agree with that. So I kind of realized looking at what I'm cooking is that apparently I didn't buy a beef with broccoli stir fry. I just bought a broccoli stir fry. Like, man, do they overprice those and then shortcut you on the fucking meat. What's up?
I just got some freezer burnt pizza rolls, which are really good when you're overheated. They balance out.
Those things are always tricky to cook though, because I feel like every single time I cook them, the inside is either just still ice or hot lava. No More Heroes 2 was good. Yeah, it's a good game. I never got to play it, unfortunately. Any new games on Steam? Kind of looking around here while the stuffing cooks. There's a game called Counterspell, too. In my mind, it's just like a game of Magic. That doesn't sound like a good game. I really wish Steam would, like, not display any games that don't have a price tag. Because, like, a good 75% of the new games list is always games with no price tag, and it's fucking dumb. You also have games like ELO Hell, which are meta-focused, and $40? What? I always keep a pound of ground beef in the freezer for emergency. I hate everything and don't want to cook tacos. That still sounds like you're cooking, honestly. Like, emergency, I hate everything and don't want to cook is just like driving over to Taco Bell and getting a 20-pack. Still looking at Steam, and there's this game called Deathless Dungeon, which, like, sounds like a neat concept if it wasn't, like, already the hello, I'm gonna be, like, balls-to-the-wall hard action platform lol.
My important and I don't want to cook food is just grilling chicken tenders.
That is less effort than making pizza, that's true. I'm of the opinion that if you're in don't want to cook mode, you're ordering out. Man, the Steam release list looks so fucking pathetic. Like, you used to be able to look at this and find something halfway interesting to buy, and now it's just like, cool. Look at all the stuff that's obviously trying to be other things. There is a cool mini game here that reminds me of something. There's this game on Steam right now called Tetsumo Party. It doesn't look like much, but it's basically the, it's one of the mini games from Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, and I'm just like, oh, that's a fucking great idea. But it's just one mini game, and you're just like, hello? Already done? Alright. Takeshi's Castle is a product of its time. I wish it still existed. That game, that fucking show is wonderful. But you really can't get away with a game like that nowadays with like fucking safety laws and shit. Not sure why I'd make a video game out of Takeshi's Castle considering it's meant to be like a video game, because you could be like me, like a little white teenage boy watching the show and wishing you could do this shit in real life because you know you could do better than all those fucking clown shoes on the TV. But you can't because you don't live in Japan, and also this is just effectively a fucking Mystery Science Theater showing of a game show. But you still want to play it. So that's why you have this video game that does the one. Spoiler, you can't do better. Oh, there's a line! But you could definitely get better, you could definitely get past some parts like the, like some of the asshats that can't even do like fucking rock hops. There was always stuff in Takeshi's Castle where it's just like, you figure a basic ass human being could do it, but then you're like, oh no, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then there's also the trolls that come in on like a fucking paraglider or in like an octopus outfit. Those guys are great. Some of those were fake. Define fake. And also, why would you break kayfabe? Meanwhile, what's on Steam? Kill la Kill If. It's not a Kill la Kill game made by Platinum. I don't care. Some of them sync on purpose. Like the players? Yeah. Oh, no. I know the game you're talking about. Yeah, there are some fake ones there, but I'm talking about, like, the basic introduction one, which weeds out the 100 into, like, 20. Like the game you see in the first 5 minutes, where it's not meant to have traps. It's just to be basic skills. The later ones where they actually have traps, yeah, those are fake. I understand that. But it always felt like at the beginning, those people should not fall for those fucking traps. Now I may be mixing up the games here, because there was MXC and there was also Ninja Warrior. I might be mixing them up here. But there was one guy that I always cheered on whenever I saw him on, like, the series. It was this one dude. Because, like, in this show you would have people, like, you would have firefighters that have, like, no body fat, or people that train for their whole lives, or bodybuilders or some shit. Then you had the one guy. There was this one dude. He was a trash collector out in, like, I want to say southern Japan. Dude's name was Shinji Kobayashi. Everybody else had sponsors and shit. They had like their fucking firefighter uniforms on. This dude walks in a fucking... I'm thinking of Ninja Warrior. Okay, yeah, that's good. This dude walks in with like his fucking trash man uniform, gets on the scene, and he consistently gets to like the final, like either the final 4 or the last challenge. I don't think I've ever seen him win, but probably because I missed the episode, but I always liked him because he never, like, showed off. He was always humble about it. He was to the point, and he just did the challenges, and it was always fun to see that. Like, the one I always remember is the firefighter. Every episode that he's on, he'd have his, like, backstory about, like, how he's, like, the firefighter of, like, one of Japan's biggest prefixes. He exercises on his boat. He has 3% body fat, and he's, like, a lean, sculpted, like, powerhouse of a man. Then Shinji just walks in, destroys the obstacle course, and leaves. I think that's why Ninja Warrior was way more popular, because it had, like, people you could root for. MXC was just watching a bunch of idiots run through a filter.
I mean, that's kind of what people want, too, though, is people in a filter.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, each of them had their own unique draws. Then you had American Ninja Warrior, which sucked ass. I don't know what happened with American Ninja Warrior, but it was just not good by comparison. Oh yeah, I forgot about, like, the true draw of MXC. It's Kenny Blankenship, Vic Romano, and Guy Ledouche. Those fucking asshole voices were the best. I'm with Kenny Blankenship and Vic Romano! Did MXC ever have, like, people like all those dudes in Ninja Warrior? Because I know you always had the octopus salesman, the paraglider, some jackass in a fucking outfit. But was there ever, like, personalities in MXC? Or Takeshi's Castle, sorry. Because, like, MXC is basically is Mystery Science Theater Takeshi's Castle for us. And I'm wondering if Takeshi's Castle had, like, personalities and celebrities. Also, on an aside, being able to cook is actually really fucking good. Because, like, these TV dinners, they're fast to cook and they're relatively cheap by comparison, but they do not look good to eat.
Or taste good, or be healthy. In fact, they're really bad all around. I should bring this up again, viewers at home. It's really, really easy to cook, to grill chicken. Like, incredibly easy. And it tastes better than chicken you get pre-grilled as well. It takes you like maybe 10 minutes, and then you have enough chicken to put into other things for the rest of your week.
Yep.
Let me tell you, do you want to make are you a poor college kid held down by the masses of America in a world that hates your age bracket and demographic? But you have to eat ramen all the time because college. But what if instead you spent $3 on a 6-piece of chicken tenders and grilled those over 10 minutes with just a little bit of spices? Herb and garlic are good.
I gotta ask you where you're shopping, where you're getting chicken tenders for $3. Because, like, shit, dude, that amount usually is about like $5 here, 6 usually. We
also live in California, and it's a co-op, but it's still more expensive than every city around us. Just my city sucks, but even then, you get that, you get some ramen, and then get something really cheap like some small nuts. I like sunflower seeds. Sesame seeds are also very good. If you get like a bag of sesame seeds for say like $5 as well, you put some sesame seeds and shred some grilled chicken into some ramen, put some spices in that. It's like a meal with sustenance. And it's really cheap, and it doesn't take long to make at all.
I think the main reason I got this was exclusively for the scenario where I wound up doing something and used a lot of time, didn't think about that, and I need to like make a meal in like 10 minutes. That's what this is good for. It gets you your nutrients, it gets you your carbs, your meat, your vegetables, but at a price because the sodium content is always like hiked up high. And the meal just doesn't look good. But it does serve a purpose in that if you need a healthy meal fast and got like $5-6, you could do way worse. But like if you prepare, you could definitely make an equivalent by getting like say $20-30 worth of ingredients, but have enough meals to last at least 2 weeks. Yeah, cheap chicken's great. I got like a bag of like, I want to say 12 breasts that I still haven't burned through. I'm still working through that shit. Because, like, if prepared properly, that breast, butterflied, grilled, and like chopped up, that gotta last you like 3 meals.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta make things work with what you got. Hello, social eating stream.
That's kind of what we're at right now, just because I'm trying to put away this food. It's kind of hard to put away this food when it's so nothing. really, right now, I feel like I'm just eating rice with a boatload of spices, some unidentifiable proteins, broccoli, and then all the flavors coming from a bottle of root beer that I'm drinking. Like, they say this is beef with broccoli, but really it's like 80% broccoli, 5% unidentifiable meat, and rice.
I can't do pots of beans. I feel like a homeless. And even that's because I spent so long growing up with my mom would cook. She would make a lot of beans because she was really proud of making a pot of beans because she liked to not do work. So I don't like to eat beans if I can help it due to the trauma of eating too many beans.
I can sympathize.
Same reason I don't eat brisket. I don't eat brisket because when I was very young, she got a 11-pound hunk of brisket that was burnt and past its prime on sale. We ate that for a month. I'm not going to eat brisket again. And they'll be, it's really good. I know, I bet you think it's good, and I bet it is good, but it's not going to be good to me, so maybe you should stop forcing me to eat it.
See, I'm kind of the same way with spaghetti. I never liked spaghetti for the longest time, up until I went to college and started cooking for myself. And then I realized, oh, spaghetti could be good. What the fuck?
More like spaghetti.
Turns out, like, depending on the noodles, depending on the sauce, and like an appropriate amount of meat, spaghetti could fucking rule.
Did you know that most things taste better when you put effort into them?
Yeah, but like I can't rag on my parents for like not making a good spaghetti. Like back when I was in high school, they were both working 40-hour jobs, and they had to like also provide for 2 kids. But man, that spaghetti was torture.
I mean, we were poor too because we were working. Well, my dad was working like a 55-hour job. My mom wasn't working at all because she was lazy, and had to provide for 2 kids, and also the mom who was lazy and was addicted to several things. So that took a lot out of the budget for us. Because I mean, once she was finally gone, we did a kind of I did. I measured up the budget on how much we were spending on cigarettes and schnapps every month, and it came out to $420.
Yeah, I could see that. Luckily, I'm almost done. I just have these like 2 gigantic pieces of broccoli I'm not gonna eat because like, ugh. Broccoli without anybody else to accompany is kind of miserable.
I mean, I do like to cook, but for me, cooking's not like an everyday thing, because I'll put a lot of effort into it. What I'll do is, I'll cook a shit ton of something when I do, and then I'll have that for like the next 4 days.
I have this bad habit of not utilizing leftovers. That's a problem with me.
Oh, I utilize the hell out of them. In fact, usually if I do cook something, my first method is, what do we have that I need to get rid of?
I have a question for you after I'm done putting away the dishes. So, like,
okay.
Entertain the chat for a bit with that anecdote.
Oh, it's not really an anecdote, it's just how I cook. I'll like look in the fridge and see if we have any leftover pasta or something, or like noodles rather that I haven't cooked, and I'll make something out of that. I think not last week, because last week I cooked, I made a cake for my sister, and enchiladas, but a few weeks ago, I wanted to find, we had some spaghetti actually, and I wanted to see what we could make. And turns out, because when I buy food, I end up getting way too much of certain things, and I'll end up getting way too many packages of noodles just in case we need extra. So I did that, and I made like a spaghetti that had like tempura chicken and sweet and sour sauce in it, and it was really good.
Okay, I got a question for you. This is like me looking for advice because if I could do this, I could probably double up the amount of meals I could prepare in a week. How do you revitalize stuff like, say, like a good penne pasta where it's like the pasta and the sauce combined with like meats and shit? Throw that in a Tupperware, throw that in. If I ever reheat it in a microwave, it either gets like never cooked enough or overly cooked.
Yeah, that's because the microwave drains water from it and it cooks from the outside in. You want to put it in the oven. Generally, what you want to do is you want to put it in an oven. If you have a warm setting, that's best. And do that for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Because, like, I've tried to pan fry that before, and there's never like never enough frozen sauce to like last through the frying process.
Another good thing if you have it is an air fryer.
I've seen those things. They look weird, but
My sister has one. It works for a lot of things. I always make fries in it because they come out much, much better.
Now, the important part for this one, because I could probably get a lot of meals out of this if I could figure out, how would you reheat rice in a work setting where you don't have like ovens and shit? Because
funny thing, you can make really good rice in an air fryer, but in a work setting, what do you have to work with?
Just a microwave.
Okay.
Pretty sure I'm fucked because.
No, you're not fucked. What do you have for a container for rice?
Tupperware. Like I could use one of my dinner bowls and just like cover that with plastic.
If it's anything like a normal office thing, a Tupperware's fine. The dinner bowl's even better. Put some water into it first, and then cover it with like a paper towel.
Interesting. Because like it's either like super fucking dry, or a goop whenever I introduce it to a microwave.
Yeah, if you can, put some water in it, and then put in a little extra time, and put like a paper towel over it. You're gonna try and kind of get it to steam.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Because like microwaving meats is super fine. It's always like the carbs that fucking dies whenever I try to office cook something. Oh shit, that brings up a funny point of something in my workplace. We used to have one of those conveyor belt toasters that you stick bread in and it produces like toasted bread. And it specifically says... Yeah, it specifically says don't put in cheeses or other stuff that can melt and burn. Some dude puts a pizza in it and ruins the entire thing.
We had a workplace I was at one point where someone fucked up Easy Mac.
How?
They didn't put any water in.
I have a funny story about that.
It scares me that you do.
Well, this goes back to when I was in college for the first time and I was young and dumb. But, my parents couldn't afford a rice cooker for us, so we had to get one of those microwave rice cookers, like the little plastic bowl and shit. Now, my brother's not reliable. He doesn't do anything unless somebody of, like, higher rank tells him what to do, and when it's just the two of us, I'm not higher rank, so he doesn't do shit. And I had just gotten back from I took kendo in college because I needed to do something physical in order to, like, stay healthy. But I came back from the kendo college course. I was tired, I was exhausted, and all we had left was the ingredients to make a curry, and I was like, alright, fuck it, I'll make the rice. So I take the thing, stick the rice in there, stick it in the microwave, close it, set the time. Notice a step missing. About 4 minutes later, the apartment smells like smoke, and I open the microwave to this abomination of like burnt rice and melted plastic. And I'm just like, well, there goes rice meals for the next few months. Because, like, you never tell a man who's exhausted to cook. That's just, like, a recipe for failure. Heh. But I digress. I'm gonna do a little bit casual advertising and then we can continue golf. Because we are, like, 5 holes away.
I make some pretty powerful quesadillas, too.
Queso's pretty good. It's just that
a quesadilla is high away.
Yeah. I'm just lazy. But, like, I think I spent a good 5 years eating that exclusively for lunch, because, you know, when you're living with parents, you don't have a choice, and I'm just sick of them now.
My mom used to make those, but when she did, she would just take 2 tortillas and put a bunch of, like, shredded cheese in them and then call that a quesadilla, so... I mean, when I make them, I put actual things in them, therefore making them better.